Assignment 1 is really rooted around the idea of reflecting on the nature of teaching and learning in your classroom and in your specialist subject. Obviously, teaching and learning varies quite considerably between the art studio and the design technology laboratory or the science laboratory or the PE field or the history classroom, etc. So you need to make sure that your assignment is situated within the space and within the pedagogy of your subject, as well as thinking more widely. The real purpose of this assignment, as you will see from the learning objectives, is to reflect critically on this nature of the core function of the job, teaching the children, but also ensuring that they learn. There is an expression that Dylan Wiliam uses, which is think about the idea of performance as against the idea of teaching. And as you'll have seen in some of the slides, just because you've taught someone something doesn't mean they've learned it. Although it's important to recognise this assignment is not really focused on assessing learning, although that will probably become part of the nature of the pedagogies or the applications that you will consider. So there's more information that you'll come across later, but the key thing here to think about is that reflecting on the teaching and learning process and that core idea that we're picking up from Andrew Pollard of reflective practice, considering and reflecting on how you can improve. The three sections of the assignment, which again we'll go into more later, are really about situating your teaching and learning in your classroom and in the wider epistemology, or theory of knowledge, considering two pedagogic approaches, two big ways of thinking about teaching and learning, and then showing how they work in the schools in which you work, so illustrating the application of a range of teaching practices. That might be questioning, or it might be directed instruction, or it might be group work, or peer learning, or collaboration, or, well, a whole range of things. Obviously, again, that will depend on both subject and situation. And then finally, you're going to conclude by reflecting on how your thinking, your assignment, your reflection on the theory and the practice impact on your own conceptual models, thinking about teaching and learning, and finally on how that might impact on the remainder of your practice. So I hope you enjoy the reading and the thinking during this assignment, and I'm sure my colleagues will look forward to reading and then assessing that.